Well, my life as a pastor I loved it. I loved the fact that God would use somebody like me to help advance His kingdom. And I saw a lot of good things happen, but it was never like a natural fit. I loved the kingdom. I loved Jesus. I loved ministry and ministering to people. But there was this like machine that had to be operated. And what was difficult for me is spending so much time inside that I had precious little time to actually engage the very people that I felt God calling me to reach, which were people who were far from God. I was spending almost all of my time in that shepherd-teacher role. And it's not my primary wiring. I had that entrepreneurial spirit, and I'm also highly evangelistic, and it was very challenging for me to get out among lost people. So when I was first introduced to a decentralized disciple-making movement, for me it was more of a homecoming. I went, I know this is what God's calling me to. I felt like the Holy Spirit was saying, Nick, can you really, with any integrity, even call yourself a disciple if you are not yourself making disciples? And here's why that question popped up. Jesus was speaking to His disciples. Jesus is saying, this is what I'm telling you to do. Go make disciples. Now, I had been discipled, if you will, as a pastor, to preach sermons and how to exegete correctly and how to, run elder board meetings and all of that stuff. But all of that stuff that we had going on, children's ministries, student ministries, this, that, and the other thing, they're not necessarily bad, but they were the very things that kept us from the one thing Jesus told us to do. So the Great Commission haunted me because I knew deep down we were not fulfilling it. We were, for the most part, failing at doing what Jesus told us to do. When I went on my first trip to Asia, I met one guy. He had about 5 teeth in his head. Couldn't read or write, completely illiterate. He had 16 fellowships underneath him. The next day I met an 18-year-old young man from Nepal, 35 fellowships, and my head just went, and I went, with all my advanced degrees, I need to humble myself and learn from these practitioners because they were making a massive kingdom impact. The essence of this journey of following Jesus is a disciple. We have hand motions for everything. We hear, we obey from a heart of love, and we share what we learn with others. If you'll make that journey, your most fruitful days are ahead of you.